Say good morning, girls. It's Wednesday. Howdy. Hold on, here we'll do it. Ready? Hey, I got food. Hey. Say good morning, girls. It's Wednesday. Howdy. Say good morning, girls. It's Wednesday.
We hired these international fashion models, and to demonstrate Pharrell is still as durable as...
Hello girls, it is Wednesday, and I have to say that I love you because instead of going to the gym, I stayed home and watched Blog TV and now I'm making my video so you guys can have it before 9 o'clock, or before like 10 o'clock like I usually do. Anyway, since we really didn't have a theme this week, nor have I watched Megan's video. Well, Megan still doesn't have any audio, but I haven't watched Emily or Sierra's video, so I don't know what they talked about. Oh, and okay, fine. I admit, like, I didn't feel like waiting until midnight to see if at midnight it was done because I was really tired. So I just kind of at 10 o'clock was just like, screw it, I'm going to bed. So I didn't upload my video until the next morning. So next week, maybe we'll have some Slurpee head rushes. Emily suggested that. Anyway, if you guys want to come up with a better punishment, go right ahead. Because yes, I admit, it was late. It was late. Anyway, I actually have Broadway related news this week to share with you guys. My mom found in our paper something about the Tonys, and I haven't read it yet, so I figured I'll just read it on camera. But there's a picture of Spring Awakening, which was like 2 Tonys ago, so I don't know. Anyway, it's called No Longer Welcome at Broadway's Party. Critics disinvited from voting for Tony Awards. I didn't even know critics could vote. That was news to me. Anyway, it hasn't gotten a lot of public notice, but a mini storm has arisen among Broadway theater critics. It's over an issue that might determine the winners of future Tony Awards. For the past 45 years, first-night reviewers, critics invited to see shows on or before opening night, as well as a number of arts editors and writers have voted for the Tonys. News to me. Hi, Twitter. I'm not sure why journalists were asked to participate. We don't vote for the Oscars, Emmys, or Grammys, but it was likely because of the modest size and intimate nature of the New York theater industry, where critics have a standing they don't have in the film, TV, or music business. Okay, that was wrongly worded. I'm sorry. In recent years, about 100 journalists received ballots. Of those, around 30 were critics. A total of 800 voters, with almost everyone else being a member of the theater industry. On July 14th, we received Dear John emails from the Tony Management Committee informing us that beginning with the 2009-2010 awards, we would no longer be allowed to vote. The reaction among members of the New York Drama Critics Circle ranged from minor annoyance to anger, but the most common response was a question: what's going on? The Tony Committee's email tap danced around a reason, but seemed to suggest the decision was made because voting creates a conflict of interest for journalists, which makes no sense. As many people pointed out, critics were the voters least likely to have conflict. We all, I believe, voted for what we thought were the best shows and individuals. Hello! Yes, the people who are, like, on the Tony Committee are people who are, like, huge in the industry. Like, producers and, like, financiers and stuff. Conflict of interest! Anyway. Producers, on the other hand, among with many others in the theater, might be expected to be influenced a bit by self-interest, voting for their own shows or their friends'. Thank you! And road presenters, I hate when they split words because I can't read them, who become a sizable block, could be tempted to vote for musicals that would be... Oh, and road presenters, who become a sizable block, could be tempting to vote for musicals that would attract touring shows. So, why did the Tony Committee take its action? The most popular belief was that the producers, well represented on the committee, wanted to cut back on the number of free tickets they dispensed to Tony voters. It all comes back to money. Critics will continue to get their usual complimentary tickets for reviewing purposes, but the committee's decision eliminates other 70 or so journalists on the Tony list. Another thought was that producers felt critics, as outsiders, should not participate in an award sponsored by the Broadway theater industry. Why all this matters if you think that awards are important is that journalists probably have a somewhat different perspective than many people who make a living in the commercial theater. As a group, they're more likely to favor creative, artistically daring shows rather than productions that have made their biggest mark on at the box office. Kind of like how Avenue Q won over Wicked. Sorry. Journalists might have played a role in the 2007 Tony triumph of the exciting, though dark, musical Spring Awakening. Spring Awakening, woo! My thing's freezing. Anyway, the show ran for 2 years and did good business, but it was too stark to become a huge hit. Not true. Go away. And most critics liked Avenue Q more than Wicked, perhaps contributing to the former show's upset win for Best Musical in 2004. The press representative for the long-running Rent has said that without the votes of journalists, the iconic rock musical might have not won its Tony in 1996. Which is totally true. All that press about Jonathan? Come on. Anyway, that theater critics have lost their Tony votes is, in itself, hard to protest. We were guests at someone else's party. They have asked us to leave. So be it. We have our own awards. The larger impacts could be in the type of work that Broadway chooses to honor each year with its high-profile prize. It would be unfortunate if the opportunity has been reduced for the fresh and the innovative to get their due. Interesting. Very interesting. Actually, I hate to say it, but I read today that it's rumored that 9 to 5 will be closing come September. Yeah. That's all the Broadway news I have for today. I don't know if you already saw that. I think it was on the Tony Awards Twitter. I love that person, whoever it is like still tweeting about like Broadway news. So I like getting Broadway news. Anyway, now this is like 8 minutes long, so I'm gonna go. Ashley, I will see you tomorrow. And girls, I'm gonna have a headache next week.